I'm not even gonna show you guys. I'm just gonna talk about it because it is so embarrassing. My goodness, it's just this is why I literally hate Legion. He's an unfair operator. He's completely unbalanced. It basically forces you to play IQ, Thatcher, or Twitch, or you're going to step on these invisible traps that you have no chance of seeing unless you're completely staring hardcore at the ground. But you're not going to have enough time to even get in the objective if you're staring hardcore at the ground the entire time. Not to mention that he has 8 of these things. They do 10 damage, and then they do another 9 or 8 or whatever, and then they do another amount of damage, and it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely unbalanced. It's unfair, and I just want this game to be... I just want them to actually... I want it to be fair, but it's completely not. This game is completely not balanced. Okay, I'm going to explain to you what just happened in that game, okay? Which, oh my goodness, I hate it. I absolutely hate my life for that fact. I was, okay, let's start off with the Montang. I'm just going to skip the rest. I'm only going to say the 2 rounds because the rest were just normal. I was Montang, and Twitch got down behind me, right? So I start backing up so I can save her, right? With my extended shield, of course. I have it extended, and I'm backing up to save her life so that she doesn't, you know, get killed. But it doesn't matter anyways because while I'm backing up to save her, Legion's in front of me, right? He's throwing shit at me. He's for some reason throwing his little Legion caltrop, goo, whatever they're called, things at me. And I'm backing up. And I guess someone behind me, I think it was Ash or something, whoever wasn't down, the person that was standing up behind me, shot me in the back by accident and got me down to, I think, 30 health, right? And then the impact, Legion ends up throwing an impact anyway, so it ends up killing Twitch, even though she's behind my shield, I guess. It apparently still, because I guess it has, it's explosive, so it ended up finishing Twitch off anyways, bringing me down to, I think it was like 18 or so health. And then skip a little bit, my teammates die and everything, and it's a 1v1, Legion's left alive, of course it's Legion, and I'm Montang with, I think it was 8 health, 8 or 9 health, something like that. I was in the 1 digits, but at high up there, so it was like 8 or 9, I'm pretty sure. And I walk into the objective, and I'm scared that I'm going to step on a Legion trap because I have 8 health, but I'm the only one left alive. I need to get in the objective. It's better than me trying to conserve my KD to run in the objective and actually try, right? So I run into the objective because I'm not just gonna conserve my KD. I'm actually gonna try and win this. I'm not a little coward. I'm sorry, but I've set in the objective and I don't step on a Legion trap or anything. No, that just one shots me and kills me. Doesn't even put me down. Just completely kills me while I'm standing up. Right? That didn't happen at all or anything. Well, I was Montang. There's no point. There's no point in picking Montang. There's just no point in Montang anymore. Everyone has, like, they're giving everyone explosives nowadays. Like what? Okay, let's stick with the last people who came out. Legion, Ella, and Vigil, right? They're all new. And guess what? They all have explosives. They all have 2 impacts each. And just for a fun little fact for you, okay? Don't throw the impact at Montang's extended shield directly. Throw it at the floor beside, like, behind him a little bit. Like, a little bit beside him. It does way more damage, okay? It does. It does more damage. Yeah, so I have no chance of seeing where these little invisible Legion things are because they're invisible, right? But I have 8 health, and that's my fault because my teammate decided to, you know, shoot me in the back, and because I can't deflect explosives with my shield. That's the only way I took damage, was because my teammate shot me in the back, taking like 70% of my health away, and then explosives. And then I stepped on a little Legion trap. And apparently that's my fault. So that's, you know, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's just, what do I even say? Like, Legion's unbalanced. He's so unbalanced. You should be able to see it. And if it's going to be invisible, okay, even though I still completely disagree with that, at least make it so that you don't have to pull it out. Make it just do 10 instant damage, and then that's it. It's over. Don't make you have to pull it out, because then I have to put my Montang shield behind me, pull this little thing out, well, my shield is behind me, and then they just shoot the living crap out of me when my shield's behind me. Like, there's 0 point of Montang anymore. He needs a buff. He needs a buff. Montang needs a buff. Frost needs like more welcome match. She only has 3 welcome match, and they only injure people. If Capcom's gonna get 5 things that do like 50 damage, right? And then I think Castle. Okay, I know Castle needs a buff. Castle needs a major buff. They need to make his things more durable, or they need to give him like 5 instead of 3. Like he's. Oh my gosh, he needs a buff. Majorly, majorly. Like he literally makes it easier for the enemy team. You're probably like, huh? What are you talking about? Well, Sophia can knock his things down with her impacts out of her little grenade launcher thingy. Ash has the same thing, except hers is a breaching rounds. Sludge can one-shot it. It only takes like 10 shots to punch it down. You can hold a grenade till it's about to explode, chuck it at it, it blows it up. I mean, basically anybody can take it out very easily. You have breaching charges, obviously. You have Fuse who can fuse through it. It makes it easier for him because once you hear him planting that thing, right, you can't shoot the barricade like a normal barricade. You can shoot it if you hear him planting it and shoot him and kill him through it, right? But no, it makes it easier for him because because you can't shoot through it, right? And then he has this little peek hole that he can look through and kill you through. Glass, okay, glass makes little holes in it that he can see through, and then what I do is I make little holes in castle barricades while I'm glass, and I they're glowing yellow, right? So it's a lot obviously easier for me to kill them than them staring at the little holes and trying to figure out, right? But I can see clearly through those holes because they're glowing yellow, and I just finish them off. I mean, it needs a buff, and you're like, oh, just get a mute on your team and put a and mute jam the castle barricades. That doesn't work either because Sludge still one-shots it, Ash still one-shots it, people can still punch it 10 times, Sophia still one-shots it. It just basically stops Fuse from fusing and a breaching charge, right? Grenades will still blow it up. Grenades don't get affected by the jammers. Glass can still put holes in it. His sniper rifle isn't going to get affected by the jammers, so all it does is stop Fuse and a breaching charge. He still needs a major buff. Not to mention that Twitch can just come around and destroy the jammer, or Thatcher can throw an EMP, destroy the jammer, right? So this mute jamming the castle barricade still don't help it very much. It's like, it takes it from being like a 5% to maybe a 10%. It's still pretty garbage. They can still punch it down. They can still do all that stuff. He 100% needs a buff. And the fact that they buffed Legion the last time they touched him, even though his shotgun is overpowered. His pistol's pretty good, but I don't say that it needs to be touched. I think it's perfectly good the way it is. But they gave him 8 of his little goo things instead of 7, and they make it so that he gets them faster, even though they were annoying as hell already. Now he gets 8 of them? I'm sorry, I just completely disagree with what these developers are doing. I'm sorry. Way back when, this game was amazing. Way back when, like, it first came out, there was just the original 20 operators, and Buck and Frost, and Blackbeard, and Valkyrie. Yeah, there was definitely problems back then. Major problems, but it was fun still. I still liked playing it, even though there was huge issues, like invisible Capcom traps, where it still one-shots you and the Capcom wires were invisible. There was, well, Frost Super 90 was like a sniper rifle shotgun. There was what Blackbeard had. The shield was practically invincible. It wasn't invincible, but it basically was. I mean, you're not going to be sitting there wasting all your ammo. You're going to have no ammo left just to break it, and he's probably going to kill you anyways. But yet, all those problems were fine. They were completely fine, okay, compared to how the game is now. I'm sorry. But with Ella and Legion and all this, it just completely makes the game from when it was extremely fun for me, it's not as fun anymore with just these obnoxious operators. And I don't really have too much of a problem with Vigil, but he's obviously not realistic at all, right? I mean, like, but anyways, there was one time that Vigil annoyed me. That was it. I mean, when he's invisible, right? And all I can see is this little white bars. I don't know where exactly he is. He's close. Okay, you don't even need to be close because that thing has such a giant radius. So I put my drone down. I'm like, okay, no one sees me jump and get into a good little spot. But I guess Vigil was watching me the entire time, but he was invisible, so I didn't even know. And he shot my drone in a good spot. If I knew someone was watching me, I would have kept moving it around, right, so it wouldn't get destroyed. But it doesn't even matter. So there's little things that just make these operators unbalanced, especially Legion and Ella. I don't even need an explanation for them. The only one that came out recently that's probably balanced, I think she needs a little bit of a buff still, would be Ying. Anyways, peace out, guys.